Hello, my bots. As you can see from the thumbnail, this is part 2 of 8 terrifying cults. Part 1 will be located in Goodnite Goosebumps' channel. I have linked his channel in the description below. Definitely check him out. He has amazing content, and he is one of my really good friends. So, without further ado, here is the video. Hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this. Margbot out.
Shinrikyo is a Japanese doomsday cult founded by Shaka Asahara in 1984. It carried out the deadly Tokyo subway sarin attack in 1995 and was found to be responsible for another smaller sarin attack the previous year. Its founder, Shizui Matsumoto, claimed that he sought to restore original Buddhism. In 1992, Matsumoto, who changed his name to Shaka Asahara, published the foundational book and declared himself Christ, Japan's only fully enlightened master, and identified with the Lamb of God. On the morning of March 20th, 1995, all members released sarin in a coordinated attack on 5 trains in the Tokyo subway system, killing 13 commuters, seriously injuring 54, and affecting 980 more. Some estimates claim as many as 6,000 people were injured by the sarin. It is difficult to obtain exact numbers since many victims are reluctant to come forward. Asahara was tipped off about planned police raids on cult facilities by an insider and ordered an attack in central Tokyo to divert police attention away from the group. The attack eventually backfired, and police conducted huge simultaneous raids on cult compounds across the country. Over the next week, the full scale of Ahm's activities were revealed for the first time. At the cult's headquarters in Kamakushiki, on the foot of Mount Fuji, police found explosives, chemical weapons, and a Russian military helicopter. There were stockpiles of chemicals that could be used for producing enough sarin to kill 4 million people. Heaven's Gate was an American UFO religious millenarian group based in San Diego, California, founded in 1974 and led by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles. On March 26, 1997, police discovered the bodies of 39 members of the group who had participated in a mass suicide in order to reach what they believed was an extraterrestrial spacecraft following Comet Hale-Bopp. On March 19th and 20th, 1997, Marshall Applewhite taped himself speaking of mass suicide and asserted it was the only way to evacuate this Earth. After claiming that a spacecraft was trailing Comet Hale-Bopp, Applewhite persuaded 38 followers to commit suicide so that their souls could board the supposed craft. Applewhite believed that, after their deaths, an unidentified flying object, or UFO, would take their souls to another level of existence above human, which he described as being both physical and spiritual. This, and other UFO-related beliefs held by the group, have led some observers to characterize the group as a type of UFO religion. In October 1996, the group purchased alien abduction insurance that would cover up to 50 members and would pay out $1 million per person. The policy covered abduction, impregnation, or death by aliens. The group rented a 9,200 square foot, 850 meters squared mansion located near 18341 Colina Norte, in a gated community of upscale homes in the San Diego area, paying $7,000 per month in cash. 38 Heaven's Gate members, plus the group leader Applewhite, were found dead in the home on March 26, 1997. In the heat of the California spring, many of the bodies had begun to decompose by the time they were discovered. The bodies were later cremated. The Order of the Solar Temple is a secret society that claims to be based upon the ideals of the Knights Templar. In October 1994, Tony Detroit's infant son, Emmanuel Detroit, aged 3 months, was killed at the group's center in Morin Heights, Quebec. The baby had been stabbed repeatedly with a wooden stake. It is believed that Joseph DeMambro, the leader of the cult, ordered the murder because he identified the baby as the Antichrist described in the Bible. He believed that the Antichrist was born into the order to prevent DeMambro from succeeding in his spiritual aim. A few days later, DeMombro and 12 followers performed a ritual Last Supper. A few days after that, apparent mass suicides and murders were conducted at Sherry and Salvin, 2 villages in western Switzerland, and at Morin Heights. 15 Inner Circle members committed suicide with poison, 30 were killed by bullets or smothering, and 8 others were killed by other causes. In Switzerland, many of the victims were found in a secret underground chapel, lined with mirrors and other items of Templar symbolism. The bodies were dressed in the order's ceremonial robes, and were in a circle, feet together, heads outward, most with plastic bags tied over their heads. They had each been shot in the head. It is believed that the plastic bags were a symbol of the ecological disaster that would befall the human race after the members moved on to Sirius. It is also believed that these bags were used as part of rituals, and that members would have voluntarily worn them without being placed under duress. There was also evidence that many of the victims in Switzerland were drugged before they were shot. Other victims were found in 3 ski chalets. Several dead children were lying together. The tragedy was discovered when officers rushed to the sites to fight the fires that had been ignited by remote-controlled devices. Farewell letters left by the believers stated that they believed they were going to escape the hypocrisies and oppression of this world. Another mass death incident related to the order took place during the night between the 15th and 16th of December, 1995. On December 23, 1995, 16 bodies were discovered in a star formation in the Vercors Mountains of France. It was found later that 2 of them shot the others, and then committed suicide by firearm and immolation. The Branch Davidians are a religious group that originated in 1955 from a schism in the Davidian Seventh-day Adventists, Davidians, a reform movement that began as an offshoot from the Seventh-day Adventist Church around 1930. The Waco Siege was a siege of a compound belonging to the group Branch Davidians by American federal and Texas state law enforcement and the U.S. military between February 28th and April 19th, 1993. The incident began when the ATF attempted to raid the ranch. An intense gun battle erupted, resulting in the deaths of 4 government agents and 6 Branch Davidians. Upon the ATF's failure to raid the compound, a siege was initiated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or the FBI, the standoff lasting 51 days. Eventually, the FBI launched an assault and initiated a tear gas attack, an attempt to force the Branch Davidians out of the ranch. During the attack, a fire engulfed Mount Carmel Center. In total, 76 people died.